And in the midst of doing something I shouldn't have been doing, I hit the curb in my Jaguar, and I bent my rim. Let me just stop holding on, let y'all see what this look like. Oh my gosh, bro.
I'm just ballin', flossin', rollin' through my neighborhood, ballin', flossin', rollin' through my neighborhood, ballin', flossin', rollin' through my neighborhood.
What's the other joint? What was the other joint we're looking at?
Okay, my will presidential, 10 presidential, money presidential, bitches presidential, everything black, so you know I'm presidential.
He gonna hook up in the front center, and he gonna pull at an angle that way.
Riding through the hood with my top down, she know I like it better when the top down. Niggas hating on me 'cause I'm hot now. No surprise, I know why I'm getting money. Yeah. It's a lovely day, so I'ma ride the city. Cup full of something to slow down my senses. The designer shoes cost a nice penny. That's $750. We talk Pacifics, that rose gold compliment.
YouTube. More great news. More great news, huh? So, last night, I made a mistake. Driving, and I was doing something I shouldn't have been doing. Let's put it like that. And in the midst of doing something I shouldn't have been doing, I hit the curb in my Jaguar, and I bent my rim. Let me just stop holding on, let y'all see what this look like. Oh my gosh, bro. I bent my junk bad, man. Bad bend. Now, good thing these tires are the tires that are existing. They're not my brand new tires that are over there. Now, these back ones are brand new. And I grazed it, but I still kind of knocked a piece of my tire. But I grazed it with the back. I could paint that. That's not gonna be bad. But the front, so I'm about to pull this off, deflate the tire, heat it up, and start working the rim. Trying to bang it back in place, and we're gonna see how good I can get this. So I've already thought about the possibility of replacing the rim, and what the conclusion I've come to is that before I replace the rim, probably I'll buy a whole new set of a different rim and kind of get the alloy like brush look like the Lexus. So anyway, I'm gonna try to get this rim as good as I can without damaging any more. The integrity of the rim is not messed up, but I did break a bar too. I cracked the bar, completely cracked it. So let me zoom y'all in, so y'all can see this. One of the spokes completely, this one jammed in and cracked that. Now the main bars, the main spokes have their integrity. This one's compromised with a few fractures, but the spoke, see how the spoke got that lip that goes out. So if it was just a straight bar hitting the edge, this spoke would be gone. That's how my Visons were on my Lexus originally. That's why I was swapped from the Visons to the STRs, because the Visons had that straight bar going straight to the edge, and I didn't even take any physical damage on my Visons, and they started getting stretch cracks at the bars. So that's why I got off those Visons a while ago. But my STRs on my Lexus, they do this. They curve back in, which gives you more thickness at the spoke, at the base of the spoke. So that's why this spoke didn't crack, because it's a wider, thicker base. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this pulled off. You can see all the dust, aluminum debris dust, concrete dust. I got the wheel unbolted already, so so what I'm gonna do is look like a piece of, it almost like a piece of rock in there. It's not, that's just metal. So I'm gonna get this pulled off, I'm gonna deflate it, I'm gonna heat it up, and I'm gonna try to work it back. And I'm gonna clamp this down while I'm working it, so this can kind of keep and not bend out no crazy way. And we're gonna see how good I can get it. Once if I can get it somewhat decent, you see it's still holding air because the seal's down in there, but I want to bend this back as much as possible and paint it up and make it look somewhat decent. And that's really my goal. Good thing it wasn't by my sensor, boy. That could have been a little bad if this hit what it hit right here. So let's get this going, man. Oh, and I'm not done. Last night, an apartment gate that opened inwards hit my vehicle. And yes, they had a sign on the gate that it opens inwards. But did that stop it from happening? No, I thought I was far enough away. And so I'm about to buff this out. Jeez. Man, the Jaguar is getting towed up. Good thing it hasn't been to the body shop yet. So my work still got to get done for that. And I can get all this stuff correct. It's crazy how it's all happening right now, but still better now than later. So I'm about to get my buffing compound medium grit, and got it here somewhere. Medium cut right here, and knock this out, man. And then we'll see what this rim gonna talk about. Yep, that's a new buffing pad. Let me get my fine cut. And we'll go right over there one time. And we'll cut this down one more time. I'm gonna hit that a little more. I don't want to take too much off. This an edge. You'll go down fast on that. That's why I'm using a medium cut. So I'm gonna clean the pad off a little bit, hit that, and I'm gonna come back with the fine. Then we'll make sure it's buffed down good. Probably should have did this first, but wet sanding it with 2000. With 2000. Yeah, that's pretty much gone. Actually, pretty damn smooth right there. Yeah, I think I'm good. So yeah, hitting that with 2000 wet sand. Now I'm gonna come back over with the fine cut and clean this all up. Okay, we got that straight, man. The buff, shoot, I need to buff the whole car getting up, man. that swirl remover is relentless, boy. So I went ahead, knocked that junk out. I'm looking at my reflection in the hood on the front of the bumper now. No problemo. I need to clean this compound out my front grill. As the grill is temporarily here anyway, we getting rid of this hopefully soon. Ain't gonna let y'all watch me do this, but yeah, we got the front bumper straight now, so we can work our way back around to the wheel and focus on getting this wheel done. Separating tire. Let me do one more thing before I get started. Make sure I do this. All right. Got it hot now. A little more heat. I'm gonna do one more thing. The heat ain't gonna go down that fast. I'm gonna do one more thing. I'm gonna wrap something around my stick. All right, so I did two things. I got two sticks. I took a stick and I cut it, and what I did was I didn't show y'all this part, but I actually put this on my bench and I hammered it, pop, pop, and compressed it. So this just hammered down on all four corners, and I hammered it in a square shape because I mean it's already in a square shape, but I hammered it to keep it square, and I didn't want to round the edges to I wanted the edges to be real tight so I could create a better line on the crack on the lip of the rim. Now this one, I rounded the corners off and made it more blunt, like more rounded. So, and I compressed this one. I hammered it on all four sides, and I watched the wood compress, and I got just tie wrapped this cotton on top of it so it wouldn't be scratching the rim up as much. So it's gonna take some, it's gonna have damage, but I mean I already got damage. What's the worst? I'm really focused on getting the bin situated, kind of back out. This and this one, the smaller one, is gonna be a little easier, but that's the main one. And I don't expect to get it all out, but we just gonna do our best and see what we can do. So now let me do the reheating process. Get this thing back. I know it's cooling down. And the thing about it is, since the rim is still on the wheel, I got a limit to how much I'm gonna heat it up, and I'm gonna keep doing small increments of heat instead of just heating or getting the rim super hot, because that rubber gonna start burning. And once that rubber start burning, it's gonna start compromising the integrity of that tire. So just gonna take my time and work it. Get this aluminum hot enough to work, and you make sure you go wider in the area, because all this metal gonna be trying to flex back. All right, I smell that rubber a little bit, so man, I'm about to put that hammer straight on here. I ain't gonna lie, that's a hard one. Yeah, that's gonna be a hard one. I'm gonna have to hammer straight onto the rim and just, you know what? I'm probably put a piece of metal in between here, and then hammer straight on the piece of metal. That wood is actually absorbing a lot of the shock I need to get that metal moving. So let me work this a little bit. All right, in the meantime, I thought of something clever to do right now. So let's say I get this bent back perfectly, right? Which is surrealistic. I still won't be able to get and grind that top side down and smooth it out like I really want. So I'm actually gonna start smoothing this out right now while I got it bent away. That way when I get it back, I won't have that much work. It won't be looking ugly and stuck, looking rough. Even though I'm gonna paint over it, I'll be able to see a smoother edge. Yeah, I'm good with that right there. hell of a lot better already. Now I'm gonna go ahead and start working this metal back. I'll go ahead, yeah, that looks, all the roughness is out of there. That paint will cover that up real good. Now my biggest problem is my biggest problem is now how am I gonna get this round edge? And I swear it looks like it's so easy. I could just pull it back, man. But I don't know if I start banging this, because the top side of the lip on the rim actually looks very good. Like it looks very good on the top side of the lip. So I don't want to start banging and start screwing this up when this can actually shake back real good if I find a good method of returning this back to this position. So before I start banging on this and just trying to get the rim shape right and just messing up the top side, I'm gonna try to think of a smarter or better way to do this, man. Hey, I just want y'all to see what I'm doing, man. So far, this is what I've engineered, and I think we're getting there, man. Got my jack stand down there for a base. Got my leverage a little more on the inside, and I think the angular position on the bottom might be enough outer leverage to not kick back on this jack. So now I'm gonna get a piece in between here that I'm gonna use to kind of for the pressing action, and I'm just gonna start raising the bottle jack up. Of course, I'm gonna use both of my hands to position it until it tightens up, but I'm gonna raise the bottle jack up. And I'm gonna use the maximum height. I actually might lower this. I want the maximum height of the bottle jack functioning. That way I can have my pivot point as low as I can to the bottom. That way I get the most out of this system without having it trying to kick back on me. So see how high it go? Okay. Alright, it's maxed out right there. So I'm gonna come down. I only need about 1.5 inches of movement. So I'm gonna come back down. Right there. I'm gonna lock this thing back in. Probably come down a little further because I'm gonna have a piece in between. And let me see where we at. Oh yeah. So I'll come up. Oh, right here. All right. Get my leverage right. I think we might be able to have something. Now let me find out what I'm gonna use. I need a nice piece, something curved. That'll be really nice that can fit in there. And then once I get that, I'm gonna heat this up and slowly start pressing it with the heat while I'm heating it. So I think we're gonna have a good outcome with this. We're gonna see, man. Okay. We're gonna see what we do. See what we got. See if we can make something happen. That was a fail. Okay, I think I might have worked out the tweaks. So what was happening originally, that I got the jack set up that I was pushing, and I'm just lifting the tire straight up. And I was thinking I was gonna get a point of so much resistance that the tire, once it got to the top, the rim would just start bending because the spring fully compressed. Well, I was running out of boom or lift in my jack. So I had to go back to the drawing pages because I can't keep raising the system up, because if I get too high, I'm gonna start losing leverage and angular leverage. It's gonna change the whole design of the system, right? So where I'm at now is I put 2 rods under the jacks to where they're hitting the V of the jack. they're completely compressed in there. So now I have bottom leverage on the rim in 2 spots, not one position, because if you have a one position, whatever you're applying up here, you're gonna apply in one position down there, and being that the metal is the same all the way around, that if you apply pressure in one spot, you can start bending in that direction, pulling out of this direction. So I have 2 positions to support the pull down here, so my rim don't start wallowing out into an oval. So now that we have bottom pressure, I'm going to heat the metal up here. That way this metal will move before those rods at the bottom start seeing pressure. So I'm going to heat this real hot, and I'm going to try this again. And this time I shouldn't even see the rim go up at all, because we have lower leverage from those rods that are being stuck under the jack. So the jacks have something to press against that are putting down leverage on the wheel. So let me get the heating going, and then we'll try this again. All right. Okay, look. Let's see if this gonna work this time. See if this gonna work. Hopefully I can get enough pressure without bending them rods down at the bottom. Alright, them rods. Alright, I'm starting to. Let me see. Them rods are bending down there. Rods are bending. Are they bending? Them rods are bending. Yeah, I'm not getting the pressure down there. I need. No, my jack was turning. I see what's going on. They were lifting the jack up. Dang. Why is the pressure not equalizing them? Because I'm not directly on top of my jack. Shoot. Another problem. Alright, when I say a complete failure. So let me tell you what's going on, man. I just don't have enough time to mess with that. I'm running low on my time today. And I'm also, most of all, just getting fed up with it. Fed up with all this stuff. I just want to do what the hell I want to do. Apply blunt force trauma. And that's what I'm at with. Blunt force trauma. I do need to find me some kind of striking pin, something, but you know, for the meantime, I'm just about to start banging this thing out. That's what we at with it. Got a little progress. I'm gonna have to put this put this on there because this being a problem too. This will definitely be a problem. I need to clamp it bottom if I can. I better get that leverage. Look, that's problem number 2. Problem number 1 is getting the lip fixed. The spoke, shoot. There we go. I like that. I like that. I like that. I just want y'all to know we do have movement. We have movement. Blunt force trauma is moving. I'm gonna take my time. Need a smoother piece of metal. The tip of this hammer is galling that up fast. That hammer real abrasive. Okay, so in conclusion, we are definitely getting a new rim. I fixed a large amount, as you can see. I fixed a large amount of the curve, but I had to stop because I started to see hairline cracking occur right here on this top portion, and it started at both of the spokes. Well, it was already there, but it started increasing, so I had to stop banging it. So I'm done with that for now. You see the spoke protruded out a little bit, tad bit more right here, but that's as good as I'm gonna get it. And I mean, I don't want to cripple my set of rims for right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and order a new rim, and it's gonna leave it where it's at right now. So I got the tire aired back up. It's at 45 PSI right now. I'm gonna monitor it and see how it holds, and then I'm also gonna do a water test to make sure there's no air leaking. So, but that's it. In conclusion, we are done. So if y'all like the video, man, just stay tuned, and you know we got more coming. It's always up over here, man. I'll let y'all. Deuces.